Practical Principles. This is Practical Prince. Today we're doing Talking Tarot, so go ahead and drop your questions in. We'll get through as many readings as we can in the next hour. And until then, we'll go ahead and shuffle cards. Hope you've had a good week. And get a great weekend. This is Prisma Visions. And then it's Brother Cosmovisions. Hey, Lizina. I am doing well. Yourself? Pretty good. Yep. Excellent. Nice. Yeah, similar situation for my wife. She's in grad school and it ended last month, or at least that semester did. So, one big final push. This is the Lost Forest. Okay. Gotcha. Gosh, I feel like we already read on this, didn't we? And I think we got the impression that office would be good, but it wasn't like essential or anything. Are you sure? I feel like we did touch on that. Oh, that's what we're after. Okay. That makes more sense then. Well, then. Let's go ahead and set that aside. We can do the other one later. Okay. Let's go ahead and yeah. Okay. Looks like we're using Lost Forest. Oh. Let's see. I think it might just be the tip. Okay. And then anything else we know? Okay. It feels heavier on this card. I want to say Visions has a more collaborative interpretation. So, but no, the theme I'm getting from this is working with people. Not that you can't do that from home, but in person is what we're getting out of that. And then Nine of Oceans just speaks to that working out well. So, as far as this choice, happiness. So, any questions on that, Lavina? Or and I feel like this is in line with what we got previously, but I guess this leans a little more towards office, but and the other one was a bit more your choice, though it still leaned that way. No problem. Just wanted to make sure you were good. Oh. it's not just the being with people, it's um, yeah, it's also the working with them. Um, that's part of it as well. Because I mean, you're already with people at home. Uh, so yeah, but yeah, it'll be good for you to go in. That's the to do this thing. No problem. Okay. That was our last deck to show. So yeah, if you've got questions, want to chat, feel free to do that. I'll caught up on my shuffle. Or I can twiddle thumbs for a little bit, but I don't have too much to. Yeah, tomorrow then. So I'm kind of busy tarot time section on section on Wednesday. I feel like that's kind of nice because that's some fairly simple stuff for social media, which is probably good because I've been neglecting it a lot. Admittedly, I'm not hitting all the sites, but it's something. Yeah. I should do better about being on time on Fridays. Although, I feel bad last time I had so many scams. And I don't know, maybe it's time for me to explore using OBS. Because I want to say my software can hook up with that. And that might give me options for styling and branding that don't require paying still. Aw, thanks. You don't have to. I'm happy to do readings just because you asked. I see you're a music lover, and I sadly have no music. I used to try it out for a little bit, but then they put it behind a paywall, and the sounds they do have available just aren't quite the style I care for. So, um, you can ask as many as you want. I like to give everybody a chance, but right now it's pretty slow, so the floor is all yours. And then sometimes multiple questions will be answered in a single reading, in a single pass. Sometimes they'll end up getting spread out. So I wouldn't worry too much. Yeah. It should be fine. And I'll just try to be patient, because I know some people have said that there's a bit of a lag with YouTube, so I'm sure it'll take time for you to write it out, and then time for me to get it, and then actually respond to it. So. There we go. So exams. Let's see. Prisoners. Yes. So the way you've worded it is pretty simple, yes, no. For me, that's usually a 3-card spread. But we'll see what comes out. And we'll see if we get any extra information with it. I guess I'm not yet opposed, but I wouldn't recommend gambling on it. That's mostly just because I don't personally do gambling, so it's kind of weird to be facilitating it for someone else. I haven't branched out into that area. I still need to check out Pendulum, because a couple people have asked about that. Although it's been a while, I think people know I do tarot for the most part. Yeah, for me, stuff like that is basically just for fun, so. Alright, did we get all the cards? We're good. That was probably just extra. So then, any extra information? I think we have a hint from this one, as far as like the meanings of the cards themselves. But it's pretty light. We're mostly just getting our yes no. 3 of Wands, Death, 7 of Chalices. Ooh. I mean, this would indicate no. These two are no. This is the only card that would indicate yes, but there's just not enough of it. So, as far as the hint from Death, Death deals with, well, sometimes literal death, but more often it's a metaphorical death. The old you dies in favor of a new you. So that might be indicating that you might have to evolve into something. Oh, sorry. I guess I'll type a little bit. But yeah, that goes to you too. So even if I'm buffering, that should be fine. We'll get the chat eventually. And so yeah, let me know if I need to elaborate on that. And I guess well, I think most people can take no and see that as not going great. Okay. So the thing is, I don't know how many you don't pass. It could be just one that you bomb, and then the rest are just fine. I don't know that it'll be total failure. So yeah. And then the only thing was the hint from death, suggesting that you might need to. Oh, fine. We can go ahead and cut that off then. Let me know if you are wanting yes no on your team, I guess, winning playoffs. We have a different question in mind. I'll go ahead and clean these up. Gotcha. So your semester's basically over. That'll be nice. Right. Hey, Zach. Okay. Boston beat Milwaukee. I feel like we haven't seen much of the test deck for a while. Kind of nice going out now. I should probably speak a little louder. I used to have a mic and a little sound thing that helped clean up the audio, but the cable was just bad, so we do fun stuff too. Yeah, that's good to know. It should be everything. One more. Inside that there. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. Okay. So we've got 5 where I'm expecting 3. I'm going to figure out what's in there. Okay. So I think we've got our yes, no as far as winning down there. And I think we've got things that will happen in the game. How we're going to get that out of those, I don't know. But we'll find out. We'll start with our yes, no on the winning. Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Okay. So this would suggest yes, but it will take time. So it might start a close game or have them falling behind, but in the end, they should pull out and win that. Here, we've got 7 of Wands, along with 8 of Cups. Interesting. I mean, 8 of Cups is suggesting we're going to have 1, maybe even 2 players different than usual. So I don't know if someone got injured or gets injured and gets subbed out. Or if maybe they're just trying to rotate in some of their younger players to get them more experience. But it's not going to be the standard team, at least not for all of it. And that means nothing to me, so I don't know. And then 7 of Wands. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that's going to manifest. I mean, the notes on the card itself are courage and challenges. So I don't know. Maybe that's just speaking to it being a close game. I mean, we already got a sense of that from here. Yeah. Yes. Not like better. Go ahead and ask your question. But clean music lover. That's about all I can get on that. Let me know if that's anywhere near how it plays out. All right. So I don't know what a split is, but I'm guessing stakes are relatively high. So as far as wanting to use your best, that's probably what the teams are wanting to do. But it sounds like they may have to mix it up. Okay. have a fun weekend. Clean music over. And you can feel free to stick around. I'm going to give Not Like Butter a read, but if you have more questions, we've still got, what, half an hour? So there's probably time. And that's fair that it's vague, yeah. I can only give vague responses. Very, very specifics, but we'll see. Looks like we're using Prism Visions. Sorry, no, I'm setting out. I was not leaving at some randoms for it. So just FYI, I was starting focusing on true potential, but I was not getting anything on that. I don't know if that's just open-ended or too variable to really nail down, but I'm going to be focusing on blocks. Okay. Let me just check this one. So it's the is that really just clarifying? It's sort of a follow-up. Yeah. So you'll definitely experience more obstacles and more blocks going through your life. This is just the current one to focus on. And then this is either the second one or the next area to look at. This one is pretty, it's not concrete, is what I'm trying to get at. This one is, vague for a vague reading, I guess. So we've got Six of Wands and the Moon. So as far as what you need to work on with the Six of Wands, this is being able to reflect, to really learn from what's happened, and to make changes, tweaks, being able to apply that going forward. Let me see if I can get a better sense of the moon. Okay. The moon suggests that there will be, well, just dealing with the uncertainty of where to go is what we're getting at from there. For a lot of people, the answer to this is learning to trust their inner guide, their inner wisdom, or connecting with a spirit or higher power in order to help them through. The sense I'm getting from here, though, is taking this ability to tweak, learn, um, and using that on your path here, making small adjustments to continue moving forward. So it's interesting, you don't necessarily have a guiding point or a compass with this one, but I guess the idea is you'll be able to bumble around very efficiently. So, yeah. Hey, Kanye Poo. So yeah, it doesn't make working through life much easier. But I mean, this skill is going to be invaluable if you can really master it. Being able to tweak and iterate super fast can get you a long ways. It's what aggregation of incremental gains or something like that. That's the sort of technique they're wanting you to master. Let me know if you have questions on that. I'll go ahead and clean up. And I guess real quick, we'll go ahead and pop this so people know to ask their questions. Let me see if I can find that term for you. Aggregation of marginal gains. That's the theory it's sort of suggesting for you. Okay. We've got time, so if you've got questions, feel free to ask. We'll be doing them as we get them. You've been having a great week. I hope the weekend's even more fun. Who knows? We can also just chat if that's what people would rather do. We don't always have questions that need answers. Okay. Guidance on career. And anything about finding you busy. Okay. Looks like Lucina will be answering this one. Let's see what we can do. So slick. That's okay. Let me set these aside. Thought we might get some more. Let's see. Okay. This will speak to yes, no this year. This will speak to guidance. Put those away. Knight of Pentacles, that suggests yes. And then we've got the Two of Wands and the Chariot. Okay. Two of Wands, most twos deal with choices. The Two of Wands focuses on progressive, moving forward. And sometimes moving forward is as simple as letting old stuff go. I'll see if I can get more. Chariot has a fast energy to it. Swift. There's also an element of success, victory that goes with it. But the big thing there is speed. It's one of the few cards that is specifically high energy. Let me see if I can get anything more specific on the guidance. Okay. So for Two of Wands, I mean, you can certainly use that on yourself, But this is focused on you being able to help other people progress forward, whether that's one-on-one or groups. I'm not really sure. Can we get anything more specific from the Chariot? Oh, this one is the Knight of Pentacles. And this is just speaking yes, no to whether or not you'll find a suitable career this year. And the answer from that would be yes. I mean, energy is the right thing from the Chariot. It's not necessary, like, I don't want you to mix this up with being like super extroverted, talking with everybody, blah, 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 blah. This could be like different events over the course of the year where you definitely need energy for the event, but not necessarily all the time. You don't need to be 100% full throttle 24/7. So, yeah, but it's definitely wanting good energy from you. I guess that's sort of normal for whatever you do for work and business, being able to put your best foot forward. Um, you just might have to do that more than other people. Any questions on that, Kanyapriya? Give me 1 second, I'll check on that. Okay. Okay, let me see what I can do. There's definitely going to be some element of travel. That's not to say that work from home would be an option, but at the very least, you would be going out to networking events or something like that. Let me see, job or self-employed, because that might help with the first one. You may take a job, and that might last the whole year. But it seems that the end goal is self-employed. So I don't know if you might take up something that you want to learn from someone, an art you want to master, basically apprenticeship. but the end goal would be you running your own business, or at least the end destination. I don't know if that would be a specific goal. And with that in mind, yeah, well, so at that point, work from home is an option for you. As I said, at a minimum, you would still have networking and stuff, but yeah. Hey, Serenity. Let me wrap up with Kanya Priya. Want to make sure she's good. I think we've touched on everything. Okay. And of course, if you have questions, it's easy enough to message me on Facebook. So I can clean up and then go ahead and highlight Serenity's question. Hold on, that's definitely taking you on the right track. Which deck is it? Looking at this one. Okay. Serenity. I can see what I get on anxiety. I don't know if you've got like specific things you're wanting to know. Like, you're welcome, Penny Priya. But Serenity, like, because we could be looking at causes, how to address it, how bad is it going to get. There's a number of aspects, and we don't have to specify if we're just wanting to see what we can get. Okay. Okay. So there's a specific cause already. So, is it a temple thing? I think so. We'll double check later. Okay. in sort of order. No, I think we've got different aspects. And then just to confirm, that's a good point. Yeah. So here, I call this a tempered pair. You've got the primary card, and then it's tweaked or modified by the card underneath. Let's go. Knight of Swords, King of Swords, the Emperor, and then we have the Sun, tempered by Queen of Wands. Okay. Knight of Swords. I like to refer to this one as analysis paralysis. You can spend a whole bunch of time analyzing, trying to figure out the optimal, the very best. But sometimes it's more important to just do something. And that's what's being suggested here. You might not get it perfect the first time. You might have to keep at it. You might keep making mistakes or suboptimal choices. But the point is not to just let it stew while you think. It's better to take some action and learn from the consequences rather than doing nothing. King of Swords suggests being able to conquer and use it for your benefit. So whereas now this is a source of struggle and anxiety for you, you can turn this around and eventually it will become a source of strength, a source of confidence. I'll need to double check Queen of Wands just because I don't get that too much. The Sun deals with joy, but I want to see what the relationship there is. For the Emperor, this is dealing with, well, order, essentially. So I don't know how you're handling your finances right now, but putting together some sort of system. This might be as simple as hooking it up to some sort of tracking system, or maybe even a budgeting tool that will hook into it. There's all sorts of do-it-yourself processes. But yeah, at the end of the day, you need some sort of process for tracking your money and knowing what you're doing with it and where it is, I guess. But that's part of knowing what you're doing. Let me double check Queen of Wands. Charisma, radiating energy, inspirational. So this is beaming. You've already got the Sun, but then it's sort of like the Sun beam. So let me focus on this. A sunbeam is probably the best way to think about this. It is positive, it's optimistic. It is also somewhat distant, just like our sun currently, however far away. But that doesn't stop the sunbeam from piercing and keeping it positive. So that's what we're getting there. So yeah, as far as action items, doing something for sure. That's not too specific though. And making sure you have a process. And basically, once you've got that down, just keeping at it in a sense. Keeping that optimism and hope alive. Definitely covered a lot there, but I think we got it all. Let me know if you've got questions. I'll go ahead and start cleaning up. You're welcome, Serenity. Total sapphic panic. Could you, I guess, clarify this question? Hey, Miss Cutie Rose. I mean, if you've got a question and you just want a card pull, that's fine, but normally people don't ask about specific cards. Gotcha. Okay. Now I'm connecting the dots. Miss Cutie Rose, we just got caught up, and well, I use software that connects multiple platforms, so I don't have a formal list. I just track it through the comments. So feel free to just ask your question if you'd like. Well, I mean, I do readings, so that's the idea. Interesting. Aurora. We're trying to get a sense of when. It's like midnight you've seen me be answering this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, those people reap the reward they get, so I don't worry too much about them. It's just unfortunate. Do we have anything else? That might be it. So, and gosh, it was bad enough when I dealt with spam from Facebook. I'm gonna have to block people on Twitch as well. That's gonna be a hassle. I know. Stop. Ace of Wands. Nope. I mean, normally this would be a Yes card. It speaks to having power. But it does stand alone. Let me see. I just need a couple of references. Okay. Yeah. How would you say that? I don't know that they're coming back. And essentially what it is there is a they have found a better place, is basically what that boils down to. I mean, the theme that was standing out here was new opportunity. But as far as what that means for you, that's what it would mean. So yeah. I'll just go ahead and show that thing. Go ahead and shuffle this back in. Interesting question. Obviously, you're speaking to a specific instance, because I don't know that there's a universal yes/no for that sort of thing. But let's see. Okay. We'll be using Destiny for this. They might just be giving you a single card. Yeah, just the one. 6 of Wands. And the notes from this one are victory and good news. So, yes, it would be worth it for this case. I've definitely seen softer 6s, but yeah, this deck is more positive. So. They play an impractical. It is. I should probably be getting off soon for work, but we'll see if we can squeeze in a few more. No problem. Yes. Go ahead and, if you've got a question, go ahead and ask. I am short on time, though, so I'll try to prioritize faster ones, I guess. Simpler ones, maybe. Huh. So that aligns very well. Let me go ahead and do this one, and then Serenity. Yeah, we'll just see if we have enough time. Okay. Yeah. That was just poor timing. She didn't mean anything personal to you. Did best of luck. Okay. This covers like 90% of what she was thinking of here. So. Page of Swords. Not bad. But let me check to make sure I get this right. I don't think I've mapped this one to relationships. At least not for a while. Sharp mind, new strategy, clear direction. Yeah, no, basically it is positive. That's the long and short of it. Because, yeah, I mean, we could read into the details, but where we're being quick, it really just boils down to they have a positive impression of you. So, yeah, and then Serenity. That I wasn't. That was someone else's question I was answering. Let me go ahead and highlight yours. No problem. Oh. And then let's find our deck. Seems Cosmo will be taking this one. Maybe some full detail. I'm definitely only getting part of it. You asked about your family problem. There's definitely more to this that I did not get anything on. This is our main thing, and then this is a light detail. So, emphasis on this first one. 6 of Trees, so normally 6 of Pentacles, and the Shapeshifter. This deck likes to use different names, so let me check what that is. I want to say, no, Knight of Wands. So, yep. But I mean, these are fairly positive. This one speaks to a certain adaptability, but that's being positive. Just like we have to mesh with each other when we come in contact in order to get along well. The Shapeshifter speaks to the same sort of thing. 6 of Trees. This will probably be our last one for now, so let me go ahead and check if there's anything special about that standing out. But I'm pretty sure it just speaks to positive. Yeah. So this focuses, this would be like the opposite of the 4, where the themes are generosity and giving. The 4 is a miserly one. So I don't know if that's hard with your family, but the focus here would be altruistic. Planting seeds and handing them away and letting crops come back. So, yeah. I think we'll call that good. I do need to get to work, so we'll be ending the session there. Thanks for tuning in. It's fun doing readings for you guys. I'll be doing live readings again next Friday, and so on. So if you have more questions or just want to chat, feel free to drop them in. We've also got the Wednesday session where I read just from online posted questions. So, yeah. So if that's of interest, feel free to check that out. It's good to see you two playing Untitled. Best of luck with the index. Hope you guys have a great week. And until next time, take care.